now in session, and the House is hereby called to order. Can we be upstanding? I would like us to start with our national anthem at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's call obey, to serve our fatherland, with love and strength and faith. Prosper shall never be in vain. To serve it at our right, Shabbat in freedom, peace and unity. By this time, we're going to have 30 seconds silent invocation in whatever faith we profess, and ask for direction for this fellowship. May the good Lord hear our prayer and direct our deliberations today.
Amen. Amen.
I think the last thing I want to take while we're still standing is the Rotary prayer. So I'd like to have my AG, George, lala this one for us. Rotary prayers. Okay. Do I have my IPP there?
Hi, President, I'm online. Good evening, everyone, fellow Rotarians. Nice to be here.
Can you give us our Rotary prayers, my IPP?
Okay, the Rotary prayers, let all. One to go. Inspire Rotarians.
Are we there? Okay, we may be seated. I would like to say a very warm evening to all the participants in this our visual meeting. We are glad to have you all here with us today. We just have to run it because I would like to give enough time to our guest speaker today, since we just entered the new month that happens to be the foundation month. So I would like the speaker to take enough time to speak on Rotary Foundation giving and everything that has to do with the Rotary Foundation. So at this point in time, I would like us to take the Rotary reminders. And for that, I will still come to my AG, George, to give us the 4-way test.
Good evening, my president, fellow Rotarians, friends, and guests. Four-way test of the things we think, say, or second, is it fair to accept friendships to all concerned? My president, fellow Rotarians, the four-way test.
Thank you very much, my AG, for that one. And for the object of Rotary, I would like to go to Rotary Agatha.
Okay. Good evening, my first students. Good evening, fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends of Rotary. The object of Rotary. First, the development of acquaintance as an opportunity for service. Second, high ethical standards in business and professions, and recognition of the worthiness of all youthful occupations and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve the society. Third, the application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal, business, and community life. Fourth, the advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through the world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. My president, the object of Rotary.
Thank you very much. Thank you immensely, Rotary Agatha. We are going to have an SAA today, and for that, I have spoken to my AG, Judge, to take that particular role today. My AG Judge, can you have yourself dressed for the role of the SAA today?
Thank you very much, my president. I would like to call on PAG, you are to dress me. My PAG.
My AG, out of all the beautiful women we have in the platform, you want a man to dress you?
No,
I wonder.
Okay. Okay.
My president.
I'll call on Rotary Ngo, that's Rotary Agatha, to also dress me.
Three is enough.
Rotary Agatha.
My age, I dress you with 5,000.
Thank you very much.
My president, fellow Rotarians and guests, I dressed AG George Hemba with 2,000 naira.
Thank you very much, my PAG, and thank you very much, Rotarian Agatha. We can continue.
Thank you, my AG. That's a very good one. I just want to welcome again everybody to this platform, especially our guest speaker today, and my immediate past president, my AG, and my fellow club members and guest Rotarians joining us from the world over. It is a wonderful month of November, and a month that happened to also be the foundation month. Foundation is obviously at the heart of Rotary because Rotary has a lot to do with giving. I encourage people that sowing seed is also part of what people do that encourages their need. Because somebody was preaching to me, sometimes said that if you have a need, sow a seed to that need. But I also have it as a philosophy that I love to give. And by giving, things seems to work for me in ways that I cannot explain. So, but it so seems that a lot of people that haven't embraced that philosophy, but it's a philosophy that enjoins us all to always do, because as Rotarians, we're here to build friendship, we're here to enhance our businesses, but we're also here to do good to our communities and the world all over. So I encourage us to pay very much attention to the guest speaker today for this address that is going to give us today. And at the same time, I also want to thank our club members, especially the ones in diaspora, that contributed immensely for us to have a very wonderful polio week. Just last Saturday, we had our polio walk, and it was very, very successful. The club members participated immensely. Then I also want to remind our members that this coming week, it's going to be the RILA. RILA is going to start sometime in November, even though we are having in 2 locations. The Abuja one, I understand, is coming sometime in December. So, but I'm going to have our youth chair to speak to us on what to expect on this particular RILA week. So I also want to remind our committee membership chairs to hasten the report. We ask them to deliver to us in this particular month of November so that we can reshuffle our club membership and know who our members are and who our members are not. Then I also quickly want to let us know that this particular month again, we're also going to run the grouping fellowship. But this time around, it is expedient to know that we just have 2 more physical meetings before the end of the year. So and we'll have 5 groups. So I'm going to have the eruption group and the treasure group pair for the coming week. I'm also going to have group 2 and the billionaire group pair for the upper week. Then the last physical meeting we're going to have is going to be the Mukeke, which is like going to be the end of the year get together for our club. So that's what I'm just going to say for now for my time. But I'm going to have Rotary and Agatha speak to us regarding what to expect for the RILA season we are in. Rotary and Agatha.
Thank you, my president. My president, fellow Rotarians, guests, and friends. And so our RILA will be coming up on the 3rd of December, 9th of December. As it is right now, we really need sponsors because we have an Interact Club and we have a Rotary Club. And we have very outstanding Rotaractors to sponsor. So basically, I'll be talking about sponsorship. We have up to on the 10th of this month to pay up for the people, for the interactors and rotaractors we are going to be sponsoring. And then that will also enable us to buy a house as a form of support for this year's RILA. So I want to urge all of us to be prepared for next physical fellowship because that's where we shall be raising the money. And I won't want to push it up to that point. If you are led to sponsor an interactor or a rotaractor for this year's RILA, you just let us know about it even before the physical fellowship come next week Friday. My president, for now, yes, that is what I have for RILA.
Okay, thank you very much, our youth chair, Rotary and Agatha. We always rely on you to give us the best. So this time, I think we'll come back to other announcements, but this time, let me just yield the floor for our guest speaker. I'm going to have my AG, Rotary and George, give us the citation of the guest speaker. Rotary and George.
Thank you, my president. Just give me a moment to open the citation of our guest Rotarian.
You can be giving us music interlude while we're waiting for you to do that.
Okay, I'm ready, Mr. President.
Go ahead, my AG.
Okay, Rotarian CA Vijay Narayan Kewalramani, personal and professional background. Born on the 12th of July, 1969, he is a chartered accountant practicing since last 30 years in the field of direct tax affiliates and fraud investigations. His qualifications: he has a bachelor's in communications, LLB, LLM, FCA, MBA finances, CMA Australia, and diploma DEEP IFR UK. Invited to train government supreme auditors of Afghanistan on fraud detection and risk management. Author of books, or rather a book titled Limited Liability Partnership, Simplified Through Frequently Asked Questions, published by All Indian Federation of Tax Practitioners. Our guest speaker is a prolific speaker, addressed various professional forums across countries and overseas. His professional and non-professional talks include and are available all on his YouTube channel, Vijay Narayan Kewalramani. His hobbies are traveling, networking, socializing, and reading. His Rotary profile: introduced to Rotary at a tender age of 11 when his father and mentor, late Sri Narayan Radhakinshin Kewalramani, joined as a chartered member of the Rotary Club of Thane East in 1980 to 1981. He was a charter president of Rotary Club of Bombay, Mulund East in 1991, where he won the Best New Club award in that year. He joined Rotary in January 2015. He won the Best Rotarian award in the first 2 years of joining. He was the secretary in 2017-2018, Rotary Club of Thane Harbour. He was later president in 2018-2019 of the same club. Currently secretary of Rotary Club of Thane, Titan, Rotary International District 3142 for 2023-2024 Rotary year. He held various district chair positions over the years, since 2016 to 2017. In 2022-2023, has following positions. He is the district 2022-2023 district treasurer, district international service chair, district friendship exchange chair, district intercountry committee chair. He completed RLI graduation and FOT in 2016. Widely traveled Rotarian and has attached clubs physical from Jammu in north to Kanyakumari in the south, and from Vadodara in the east to west of Kolkata in the west. He attended over 3,000 Zoom meetings internationally and has friends in over 20 countries across the Rotary world. I think it's a good place to clap. Members of is a member of 14 Rotary Rotary Fellowship groups and 3 action groups. Director on Rotarians on the internet, that's ROTI, Rotary Fellowship groups for 2020, 2023, and 2023 to 2025. Is a honorary member of 7 clubs in 7 districts and 6 countries. Speaker at various Rotary forums and club locally and internationally. New club advisor to a club in Rotary Club in Rotary International District 3262, Odisha. Honored to be one of the few non-PDGs who was invited to address a district conference at Rotary International District 3262. Pinned as a honorary member of the hands of the past Rotary International President Kalayan Manageri in Rotary International District 3262. Multiple PHF and a PHS member. Family. A distinguished Rotarian is happily married He has a lovely son. And of course, he has a complete family. I'll need to abridge his profile because a lot of our time. But I'll post his profile on the platform for the purpose of any other person, all Rotarians to get to see. At this short notice, I will say the person we are going to hear and the voice we are going to listen to is no other person but PP Vijay Kewalramani. Thank you, and you have the floor, sir.
Thank you, my friend, past president and AG George. Thank you for inviting me to deliver a talk on the Rotary Foundation in this club. President Chris, my many friends from across the globe, I can see past president Andrew, past president David, past president Dominica, from my district also. Then we have from Baptista, Deepak ji, and lot many friends. I cannot name so many from across the globe. Thanks everybody for joining. Friends, today we are here to speak on one of a very important topic, the Rotary Foundation. Is my presentation visible?
Sorry?
It is very well.
So friends, today we would be speaking on the Rotary Foundation. Every member who joins Rotary, he has 2 things. One is fellowship and one is foundation. Fellowship is definitely meeting with each other, networking with each other, get-togethers and all that. The other thing is the foundation, which we every time keep on hearing. The Rotary Foundation we should give to the TRF. It is helping. So it's also important to understand why the Rotary Foundation. Friends, Rotary Foundation has changed lives across the globe. As we have seen it, the way they have been contributing, they have been supporting not only disasters, not only your focus areas, but also for peace development. Rotary Foundation has been contributing, and Rotary Foundation is one of the best 4-star navigator. This is the 15th year in a row that the Rotary Foundation has got the 4-star topmost rating from the Star Navigator, Charity Navigator website. That is the 15th year that they have given, and that is a record. No other NGO of this scale has got such the topmost rating for the 15th year from the Charity Navigator, which rates all the NGOs across the globe for their working. Friends, the biggest advantage with Rotary Foundation is normally if you donate to any other NGO, be it CRY, be it UNESCO, be it Red Cross, you would find that 60 to 70% of the amount that we give actually goes to the beneficiaries. Whereas in Rotary Foundation, our administrative costs are hardly 3.5%. So technically 96.5% of what we donate to the Rotary Foundation actually reaches the beneficiary, which is the highest for any NGO that goes through. So let us start with the motto of Rotary Foundation. What is the motto of Rotary Foundation? Is doing good to the world. Basically, it doesn't discriminate on caste, creed, religion, nothing. It does good to the world. It checks out wherever it is needed. Rotary Foundation has made a mark, especially you can see in your African nations, Nigeria, be it Uganda, be it the other nations. You have seen the way Rotary Foundation has been supporting various events like the maternal health, be it disease prevention like mosquitoes, malaria and all that. Maternal health issues are there. Apart from that, the peace issues are going on. So Rotary Foundation help, which you can see across here. The major thing that Rotary Foundation has done is polio eradication. That is one of the most important things that we have done through Rotary Foundation. And Nigeria, your country, has been just declared a few years back as polio free. And still we have got two countries, Afghanistan and Pakistan, remaining as polio. We'll come to that. Now, what is the mission statement of Rotary Foundation? The mission of the Rotary Foundation is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education and elevation of property. So what they say is, we need to advance world understanding, goodwill and peace. But how it will happen? It will happen through improvement of health, the support of education and elevation of poverty. The moment you are out of poverty, the moment you are healthy, the moment you are literate, automatically you will start thinking positively and you will have a goodwill and peace and a positive world understanding. Let's also try to understand the history of Rotary Foundation. The foundation is named after our 6th president, Akshi Club. Basically, it was named by him. It was started by him in 1917 as an endowment fund where he donated an initial contribution of $26.5. So by saying to do good to the world, that was their motto at that time also. So it started as an endowment fund, which was subsequently converted to the Rotary Foundation in the 40s. The Rotary Foundation was formally named the Rotary Foundation at the Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA Convention in 1928. Having understood the history, now let us understand what are the sources of support. Ultimately, to run a foundation, you need money. So what are the sources of support? Polio Plus Fund. It is dedicated to the global polio eradication. Then the annual fund, the primary source of funding for the foundation, grants and activities, whatever the district grants or global grants and other grants that we are getting from the Rotary Foundation, they are because we contribute to the annual fund. The moment we stop contributing to the annual fund, we will not be able to get money for the district grants and the global grants. So this is one of the most important funds and one of the primary funds where the maximum donations go. And lastly, the endowment fund, which supports the foundation in perpetuity. We will understand each and every of these in line. So let us first understand the Polio Plus Fund. It was launched in 1985, basically supportive of the global efforts to end polio. It basically started by one small club in Manila in 1985 when they thought of eradicating polio. Friends, if you remember a few years back, maybe in our childhood, we used to see at least a few children who could not walk properly due to polio in our schools when we were studying. But thanks to Rotary, because of Rotary, we have seen that now we have got no cases. India was announced polio free 13 years back. Nigeria, as I told you, was announced 2 years back, 3 years back as polio free. Still, it is in the border, so definitely some issues safeguards have been taking over. I was there in your last meeting where the discussion was on the polio, how polio was eradicated. So I will not go much into that, but I would like to say something about the foundation. Watching us, watching the Manila club, then the district over there, local district in Philippines, they took over, watching it, then the Rotary International took over, then UN also, they had a talk with UN. So it was a global effort. And then a global polio eradication fund was formed jointly with the UN. Rotary has still date contributed around $2 billion to the global polio eradication fund. And till date, $9 billion have been spent from there. Yes, one of our major supporters is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What they do, they also saw that Rotary is doing a good thing. So they said, we would like to donate through Rotary. Initially, they gave a challenge to Rotary that we'll give you $100 million, but the Rotarians need to equally match that amount within a particular period. And they were shocked to note that that amount was collected within 50% of the time allotted to them. And then Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has been given. And again, friends, the major reason why Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation has been giving through Rotary and not directly is the administration cost. Bill Gates has admitted in an interview that had we done it through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, we would have had to incur at least 25 to 30% administrative costs. So 70 to 75% only would have reached the actual beneficiaries. But through Rotary, we are able to reach 96.5% of the amounts to the actual beneficiaries. So this is where Rotary has earned its name. It was instrumental in starting the global Rotary, as I had told you, in 1988. Now also, Bill and Melinda Gates have been supporting us for every dollar that you donate to the Polio Plus Fund. Bill and Melinda Gates match it with $2. And again, friends, it is not the end. Those $3 are matched one-to-one by the Rotary Foundation. So every dollar that you donate to Polio Plus Fund becomes $6. So $1 you are contributing, but actual amount going to the beneficiary is $6. So it is also advised that we should donate a good part to Polio Plus Fund and help the world become polio free. This is the latest report that has come from the 22-23 TRF report. Polio Plus Fund individual participation, as you can see, in 22-23, the individual contributors were 150 to 53,000. Out of that, Rotarian contributors were 144,000. Percentage of Rotarians contributing to the Polio Plus Fund, out of the total 1.25 billion Rotarians across the globe, only 12.4% Rotarians are contributing to Polio Plus. Plus, yes, it's a good sign. You will find over a trend that it has been increasing. In 18-19, there were only 9.2% of the Rotarians who were contributing. Now that percentage has increased to 12.4%. And per Rotarian, average giving is $32.64 as against $29.96 in 2018-19. As far as the club participation to the Polio Plus Fund is concerned, total clubs which have participated in the Polio Plus Fund are only 58% of the total clubs. But again, there is a positive sign as against 18-19, where only 51% had contributed. Now 58.5% are contributing. And 100%, there are 100% participating districts out of the 527 districts. 100% participating district means where every club in the district is contributing to the Polio Plus. That is called as a 100% participating district. So 30 districts across the globe are 100% participating districts for the Polio Plus Fund. Now we come to the annual fund. This is the main fund that you normally, when you give for your PHF contribution, for your ERUI contribution, for your PSS contribution. PHF, yes, you have got an option to give it to annual fund or Polio Plus, but that you have to choose. But basically, you see, it is the primary funding source for foundation grants and activities. It supports the local and international grants through the share system. Share system, what is the share system, friends? It is the amount that you give, that a district gives, 50% of that comes back to the district as a district grant support in the third year. So supposing you donate in this year, that is 23-24, in 26-27, that amount will be coming back. 50% of the amount will be coming now. Rotary deducts 5% administrative cost. So 47.5% of that amount will come back. 47.5% will remain over there, which will be used for the global grants and peace projects by Rotary directly. Contribution given to annual fund are directly credited to the individual donor or the donors club as it has been applied, and it is also touching the district's annual goals. So we will again see the participation. Annual fund, as I said, maximum participation goes over here. So 34.4% Rotarians only are contributing to TRF, you can say, to the annual fund, whereas our contribution should increase. But yes, there was only 32.4% who were contributing in 18-19. Now only 34.4% are contributing. Total giving per Rotarian is $114.68. That's the average per Rotarian is giving to Rotary annual fund. As far as the club is concerned, 81.3% of the clubs are contributing to annual fund. Out of that, as I said, 99 districts are 100% participating districts. These are the districts where practically every club in the district is contributing to annual fund. But yes, there is a decline. If you see in 2021, 108 clubs, districts were 100% participating districts, and now only 99 are there. So we need to move this forward and encourage donations to the annual fund. Again, we come to the endowment fund. Endowment fund, the contributions are invested in perpetuity. That is, it is not spent year on year. They are invested basically into equities or mutual funds, and then the returns earned out of that are used for the Rotary Foundation expenses. Only earnings out of the investments are spent. Offers donors a way to create their lasting legacy through Rotary. How you can do it? Either you can write it in your estate, or you can create an endowment fund through either in your name or your club's name or your parents' name, or as a testimony to somebody. It can be started by a group of endowment fund can be started by a group of Rotarians joining together. The minimum amount that is required for starting an endowment fund is $25,000, and that too need not be paid upfront. You can pay in 3 years. So once you commit endowment fund of $25,000, supposing I commit it in the name of my father, memory of my father, that I will contribute $8,500 and $8,000 in 3 years, I can contribute and get an endowment fund created. The earnings out of that also I can designate for what purpose it will be spent. So it can be spent in that way. Rotarians can come together. If many Rotarians are coming, or say maybe you want to start it in the name of your club, you can get $1,000 contribution. That is the minimum one Rotarian has to give from 25 donors, and you create an endowment fund. Minimum 25,000 that you have to give. What are the mode of contributions? It can be outright gifts of cash, investment, or properties. As I told you, $25,000 you can directly give over there, or you can give a commitment of payment over 3 years. Life income gifts, that is pooled income funds. Testamentary gifts through wills or estate plans. So if you don't want to give now, you can put it in your will or your estate plan, that after your death, X amount would go to the endowment fund, that way also. And in fact, in case of estate plans and wills, the minimum amount that you need to give is only $10,000 and not $25,000. You can make the endowment fund a beneficiary of a life insurance or a retirement plan that you have planned, and then accordingly, at the end of the period, this amount will go to the endowment fund. Here we can see the goal. This is again as per the latest report that we have received a few days back. By 25, the goal is 1 billion of net assets and commitments to endowment fund of 1.025 billion. Total goal is 2.025 billion. As against that, the actual position as of now is the net assets are 678.6 million and commitments are 947 million. So we have practically reaching the target of the commitments, but the net asset, we have to say, so remainder to goal is 399 million overall. Out of that, the major chunk, that is around 321.4 million, is for the net assets that has to be achieved. Again, for endowment fund, only 1.54% of the Rotarians are contributing, but yes, it has more than doubled over the previous year. We can see last year it was 0.6%, this year it's 1.4%, and average amount of yearly giving per Rotarian is 2167, $34. Similarly, for clubs, if we see 8.8% of the clubs are giving and there are no 100% participating district, it means that only selective clubs in a district are giving for the endowment fund. This is the overall summary of the 22-23 unaudited results that have been shared with us. Annual fund in 22-23, 147.6 million have been collected. The goal was 135 million, so we have crossed that goal, but we have not been able to cross the goal for the endowment fund. We are short by, say, $5.4 million. Polio Plus Fund, again, we have shot over the goal. We have achieved our goal. Other funds, we are again short. So total contributions out of 355 million goal, we have collected 366.5 million goal. And the grand total, we can see about polio net of polio transfers and all that. It's 427 as against 430. So we are overall short of the goals that we had given to Rotary contribution. The top giving countries in the world, you can see United States has been giving the maximum to all the funds. Total contribution $194 million. Whereas Nigeria, if you see, it is giving $2.239 million and it is currently at number 14 in the top giving countries. In the top 15 countries, Nigeria is there. India, you can see, is at number 2, giving $31.34 million. And how the donations are coming through the source? Individuals are giving 74.97, Rotary organizations through trust and NGOs 16.8%, and business and charity or other outside agencies 8.3%. Similarly, within individuals, you can see active Rotarians are contributing 86%, former Rotarians are contributing 9.4%, and non-Rotary members are contributing 4.6% to the overall TRF. So individual participation in all the funds, we were seeing in all the different funds, endowment, Polio Plus and all. In all the funds, we can see individual participation is 39.11%, and the total giving per Rotarian is $217.39, which is a fall of $14 per person over the previous year. I hope my slides are visible and they are changing, right? If somebody can confirm, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
very
they
well.
Yeah.
It is.
So, similarly, club contributions, you can see 86.2% of the clubs are contributing to TRF in one way or the other, through the Polio Plus Fund, through the endowment fund, or through the annual fund. And 140 to 100% participating districts are there overall. Now we see how this money is used. Now we have understood the sources, how the foundation gets its funds, how it is used. First is, as I told you, Polio Plus programs. That is one of the biggest programs Rotary has undertaken. We have contributed $2 billion to the overall 9 billion plus spent by the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. Then Rotary also spends towards the second 7 focus areas. women and child development, and now even the 7th environment is also there. And we have been seeing many are going, most of them are going to the underdeveloped countries like Africa and all on the women and child development, disease prevention, water and sanitation, environment. Most of the amounts are going that way. Even in some Asian countries also it is going. Then Rotary Peace Fellowships also, Rotary has been supporting. Rotary was one of the 42 NGOs that was invited during the formation of the United Nations in 1942. They were invited, and Rotary has a permanent representative to the United Nations. We have got 7 peace centers which award degree to peace fellows. There are around 50 peace fellowships given and 80 certification courses given. One of the peace centers is just next door to you in Uganda, in Makerere University, but they give certificates and they do not enroll for the peace fellowship program. Peace fellowship program is a 3-year program and certification course is a 1-year program where people from all across the globe, interviews are taken and Rotary sponsors everything from their stay, travel, everything. Once they learn, they are posted in areas where peace is required. This is one of the biggest initiatives of Rotary. Now, this is the grants awarded by Rotary Foundation to international organizations, UNICEF, World Health Organization and other agencies for polio eradication. We can see country-wise and month-wise report from October 92 to June 23. So you can see even Nigeria has been receiving for surveillance. As I said, although polio has been eradicated officially, but surveillance is required, check is required. So for surveillance, you can see Nigeria has received in Jan 23 as well as in June 23 amounts. Similarly, to the local NGOs and local government initiatives that it has given apart from UN and all, Nigeria immunization days have been receiving from Rotary Foundation, and definitely to the other needy countries like Pakistan, Afghanistan, and all the risky areas, risky countries, they have been receiving. Now to encouraging why to give, the Rotary has come up with recognitions, individual recognitions that we get. The Rotary Foundation Sustaining Member, it is given to a member who contributes $100 every year to the Rotary Foundation. If you contribute $100 every year, you become a Rotary Foundation Sustaining Member. If you contribute $1,000, you become a Polaris Fellow, and this you can be a multiple Polaris Fellow by giving $1,000 every year. This can be done in 2 ways. You need not give full cash. You can, many of the districts have it that, like in our district, normally we have schemes that the members are required to pay $300 to $350. The remaining is contributed through the points accrued. For every dollar that you pay to the Rotary Foundation, you get a point in your account. So those points can be used only for supporting other members for becoming fellows and giving grants. So you can transfer your points. Supposing $350 the member is paying, $300 the club will transfer from some of the members, and $350 the district will transfer from the surplus points that they have, and a person will become a Polaris Fellow. That way you can increase and encourage giving. So you need not even give full $1,000. You can give through this scheme. Supposing there are 40% of the members giving in your club, you can support them that, okay, you give, we are 40% of the members, you give $500, we'll cover you with $500, and that way you can have a full Polaris Fellow club. The other recognition is Polaris Society. You need to give a commitment of $1,000 every year for minimum of 10 years. But here, friends, here you cannot have it through points. Here you have to actually contribute $1,000 per year. Then you have a benefactor member. Benefactor member is a member who contributes to the fund, endowment fund. If you contribute even $1,000, you become a benefactor member, or you contribute out of your estate or legacies $10,000, as I told you, for endowment fund, then you become a benefactor member. Similarly, bequest society members or legacy society members, minimum $10,000 you have to contribute, and there are different levels over there. once you contribute $10,000 through being a multiple Power Alliance fellow, you automatically become a major donor at $10,000. Then again, you should not stop contributing. If you continue to contribute, then you have levels at major donor. That is, this is level 1 at 10,000, level 2 at $25,000, level 3 at $50,000, level 4 at $100,000, and then at $250,000 if you give, you become a Arch Club Society member. That is $250,000 that you have to give for that. Again, there are levels: $250,000, $5 lakh, $500,000, $1 million, $2.5 million. So you get a trustee circle, chair circle, and so on and so forth. Memberships, recognitions over there. But this does not stop over there. It is not only for individuals. Even the clubs are encouraged so that they encourage their members to give to the Rotary Foundation. One is a 100% Polaris Fellow Club. So as I said, if all your members are Polaris Fellows, you get a 100% Polaris Fellow citation from Rotary International as well as a banner from there. And as I told you how you can do it, you can encourage the members that, okay, if there are 10 members remaining, you tell them pay 50%, 50% will contribute through the points, and then that way you can have a Polaris Fellow Club. 100% Foundation Giving Club. How do you become that? Every Rotarian has to contribute at least $25 to the foundation every year, and the overall per capita contribution should be $100. That is, supposing your club has 2020 members. So if every Rotarian contributes minimum $25, but the total contribution, inclusive of all the members, should be more than $2,000. So maybe somebody is giving $500, somebody is giving $25, somebody is giving $1,000. That way, if you are able to contribute more than $2,000, so per capita becomes 100. But the other condition is every member has to contribute at least $25. 100% Paul Harris Society Club. Again, if you have members who are all Paul Harris sustaining members in your club, then you become a 100% society club. Every year, every Rotarian, they have the same criteria as 100% Foundation Giving Club, $25 per member, as well as $100 per capita. Then 100% Promise Club, where 100% of the members have given a promise for the endowment. This is an important award in every district that they give. Top 3 per capita in annual fund giving. So it is calculated per capita in annual fund giving. Supposing your club has given $10,000 and you got say 50 members. So your per giving is $200 per capita giving. So top 3 clubs in your district are given this award for there. Similarly, End Polio now certification is given. And now to encourage Rotractors also to give to TRF, Rotary has come out with the idea that if a Rotract club contributes $100 per year, mind you, the figure is only $100 per year, but that has to go from the Rotract club. The Rotract club will be given a Rotract giving certificate. This is to encourage the Rotractors also to be part of the TRF. Friends, these were my sources from the information. Now I am open for questions. I would again like to thank my friend AG George, President Chris, and all the members for giving me a patient listening and giving me an opportunity to present my views. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Vijay. I should have hinted you that the word dollar sends people heart running here in Nigeria. But thank you so much for that wonderful delivery. I just want to also welcome a few Rotarians that I'm seeing on this platform. I want to welcome my image chair, Rotarian Olajimoke. I want to also welcome just everybody that has joined us since the last time I welcomed everybody. But at this point, I just want to have us take a few questions and answers from the people on this platform, and obviously some contributions. So I'll leave the floor open for question and answers. Just indicate by raising your hands if you have any question or contribution. Yes. Does anyone has any question to ask? Rotary Edmund. Rotary Vivian.
My president, not to know.
Rotary Vivian.
Yes, my
How's the
president.
code?
The code is very good and interesting.
Good to have you here.
Thank you. Sorry, I
Okay.
joined late because I was actually in the train.
I can understand. Vivian is our present nominee. I also cited our AG that is in Toronto. I think he has also joined the train back home. Okay, so it seems we all understood the guest speaker, which of course the delivery was clear and direct. So I don't think there's any information that is left unattended. So let me see. But does anybody want to have any contribution?
President, we normally say that if there are no questions, either everybody has understood everything or nobody has understood anything.
Well, like I can tell you, Rotary and Vijay, Rotary in Nigeria this particular year is very peculiar. It is because, in fact, I was telling my our DG that a lot of things has sort of changed over the last 6 months. The reason being that, take for instance, you earn like $5,000 at your place of work per month, and you know your fuel to work every month is 1,000. Then all of a sudden, something happened. Government policy changed your fuel cost to about $2,000. In fact, every other household chores, every other expenditure you run suddenly doubled. So that means if you earn $5,000 and perhaps your overhead used to be 3,000, so you have 2,000 as a take home. But in Nigeria today, your overhead suddenly became 6,000 because everything doubled. So to the extent that Rotary International had to review what we normally pay for $100. So we used to pay like 300 plus to $100. But in today, it's about 70. So a lot of things will change, you know? So our question is, in a situation like this, where finances has obviously changed, whereby doing foundation sort of becomes backed up because of pressing expenses that you have to deal with. How do you advise people to cope in this situation that we have?
As I told you, give minimum. If nobody is forcing you, Rotary never says that if you should give out of the pocket, you break your pocket and don't enjoy your personal life. In Rotary, it is always said the first is family, the second is career, and then comes Rotary. This is the third option. So if you have, you give whatever minimum you can give. The other option is if you can't give, as I said, $1,000 at one stroke, you start giving, say, every month, every 15 days. If you are able to deposit $50 to Rotary Foundation, just put $50, $25, and at the end of the year it becomes 1,000. You will get the credit of Polaris Fellow. I hope my good friend Ola Jumoke, and it's glad to see her online, will agree with me on this point also. So this is how you can contribute. You need not give 1,000 at one stroke. Do not worry. Give small. If you can't give, it's no problem to force you. As I told you, only 34% of the Rotarians are contributing. It's not that 100% of the Rotarians are anyhow contributing. Because you have to create, and definitely things will change for the better. Earlier they were better, now they are a tougher situation. It's a cycle. Definitely in the future the things will change. Let's hope for the better, and you will be able to give.
Thank you very much once again, Rotary and Vijay. Like I used to tell people, whatever you call your passion, you have to find a way to make provision for that passion. So if Rotary is your passion and foundation is your passion, somehow, somewhere you have to make provision for that giving. So I align with everything you have just said today. I just like to have my AG George
I
also
think
give.
Dominica wanted to say something.
Okay, go ahead, Reverend Dominic.
Yes, I was actually going to ask which part of the world gets the most grants from Rotary International, from Rotary Foundation? Because I mean, the money is there for grants. Which region of the world benefits the most from grants?
As I told you earlier also, African nations are the most benefiting than South American countries, and nowadays grants are going to, especially with this war, we had a good grant going to Ukraine also in the disaster fund when the Ukraine-Russia war started. So it depends on the need, but yes, normally most of it is going, especially for the maternal child care, your disease prevention, water and sanitation, most of it is going here. Asian countries are also getting a good amount of grants. So specifically not, you cannot specifically pinpoint, but yes, these are the major areas where it is.
Okay, yes. I know that in India, clubs are very good at getting grants because when
now what has happened, Dominica, is the other way around. India has started beginning to be a giving country rather than a taking country.
Yes, okay, yeah. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, thank you very much, Dominica. Now, I want to have my AG George give a vote of thanks and issue a certificate to our guest speaker, Rotary and Vijay. We can hear you loud and clear, my AG.
Well, we want to specially appreciate you and thank you for a very educative, a very enlightened presentation this evening. We appreciate your wealth of knowledge of what you have told us and taught us today. And we have a special appreciation for you. I'm trying to share it. I think I need to be host again because of my bouncing in and out.
You can share it.
Yes, I would like to share what we have for you from the club is a certificate of appreciation. So that is a certificate of appreciation from the president, the board members, and members of the Rotary Club of Abuja Municipal. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
So the soft copy will still be sent to you, but for everyone to see, it's on the platform. Thank you, PPVJ.
My pleasure, and thanks once again for giving me an opportunity to present my views.
Thank you. Over to you, Mr. President.
Okay, thank you very much, my AJ. Once more, we just want to express our appreciation to you, Rotary and Vijay, for that wonderful one. But I think I'd like to have us do some introduction, and that introduction should be just for our guest. Let us get to know our guest Rotarians on this platform. And let me start from our guest speaker again.
Friends, This is past parent Vijay Kewalramani. This is past parent Vijay Kewalramani from Rotary Club of Thane Titans, India. I am a chartered accountant by profession, and I can only say that my passion is to network and make friends across the globe, and that is what I do through Rotary. Thank you.
Thank you. Richard Andrew.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening again. I'm Andrew Wally from the Rotary Club of Edgware Stanmore in London, District 1130. Thanks for inviting me to fellowship with you this evening. And I bring greetings from the President, Club Council, and members of my club. They wish you well in all your projects and all your activities and what you do. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Richard Andrew. Richard Dominica.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening or good night. I know we have a lot of time zones here. I am past President Dominica of the Rotary Club of Montego Bay. I'm currently the Vice President. I am a multiple Paul Harris Fellow, and I have served in 2 clubs. This is my 2nd club as Secretary and various other posts. Oh, and like Vijay, I have enjoyed a lot of online meetings. I have lost count. I've visited over 200 clubs. But there are some clubs that I keep going back to on Zoom, which I think Vijay and I are having a competition actually to see how many activities we can attend. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. The next is a Rotarian. Can see Oxygen. Wula.
Yes. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on wherever you are coming from or wherever you are. I'm a Rotarian Oxygen from Ghana, Rotary Club of Akarij. Yes, I'm stationed in Abuja, but currently I'm working with WHO. We're currently in Ghana now. So I just have the link from our club secretary and I joined. So when I return to Abuja, I'll look for the club. Thank you very much.
Lovely. Thank you, Rotarian Oxygen. Don't hesitate to come to my club. My club is the oasis of love. We share a lot of love in our club. Rotarian Vivek Kama.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rotarian Vivek Sharma from Rotary Club Abuja Socorro Diamond. But past 1.5 years, I'm based in Lagos, but I'm still connected with District 9125. My profession is accounts and finance. So though Lagos is very hustles, unable to enjoy my Rotary, but yeah, I miss Abuja very well.
Good to have you on our platform today.
Thank you, Olga. Thank you so much.
Okay, Rotarian Yogesh. Rotarian Lee. Rotarian Simon.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Myself,
Yeah, good evening, everyone.
Yogesh Putane. Hello.
Yeah, Yogesh.
Myself, Yogesh. Myself, Rotarian Road Tractor Yogesh Putane from Rotary Club of Thane Titans, and I'm taking a contract of the TM's government as a labor contract. And my father is an president of this year in Rotary Club of Thane Titans.
Thank you, Yogesh.
Thank you for joining us, Rotarian Yogesh. Go ahead, Rotarian Simon.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I'm Rotarian Simon from CB Rotary Club, District 9141. Zone 20.
Thank you for joining us. Rotary Yowa.
You're welcome.
Rotary Olajumoke. Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah,
my
my
name
name
is
is Jumoke from the Rotary Club of Abuja. It's my pleasure to be fellowshipping with this, my second home club. Thank you for the invitation.
very thank you for our PAG. We appreciate and value you. You know that always. We expected you to comment after the guest speaker, but I think you are off for a short while. But we just appreciate having you on this platform. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, my president. Thank you.
Yes. So my name is
PAG
Christian
is
Uchendo.
PAG is from the Mother Abuja Club, so
Indeed.
yeah, and she is a well-known figure across the district. I know very well, and she's a good old friend of mine. Yeah, thanks for.
He's a global figure.
Yeah, PPVJ, my darling friend. Always a pleasure to hear you speak.
Thank you.
So, like I said, my name is Rotary Christian Uchendo, the president of the club, Abuja Municipal, the Oasis of Love. And it's our pleasure to have so many of you joining us today. My classification is real estate development, commercial, for that matter. So, I'm just happy to have this number of you joining on this platform today. So, right about now, I think I'm going to have my SAA take just a few moments to let us know what it has for us today. My AG. SAA.
President.
You have the floor.
Okay, President, thank you once again. I place on the chat group, the club account details. So so kindly make your contributions, your essay to the club account, and then you can send a receipt of payment to the club president or to the treasurer or to the club secretary. Or you can also send to me directly the receipt of payment, and I'll forward it to the club president. So for those of us here in Nigeria, we'll be happy to see your essay being made as soon as like now. So far for dressing the day, we are starting from past Assistant Governor Yuba and 5,000 from Rotary Agatha. I'm also going to give 5,000. My PAG and district chair of district public image chair, my darling of the darlingness, PAG. We're waiting to hear your essay. Or I know you are a silent giver, so I know you do that silently. So if you go to the chat room, the account details of our persons who have perhaps not seen it because of losing information across the board.
George, the account information is not visible online. You can re-put it. You can reshare it. You can reshare it.
Yeah. I don't know if everybody has seen it. I've just reshared it again. On the chat room.
Are you sure are you sure you're sending the account number? Okay, yes, I think I can see it now on the platform.
Yes.
So what to do while others.
I'm going to do an SAA of 20,000.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Rotarian Edmond. I will do an SAA of 5,000.
Thank you, my president. Vijay.
Yes.
It is George, my SA 5,000.
Thank you very much, Rotarian DJ. I'm sorry, DJ. Rotarian Atinuke. Rotarian Chinwe. Rotarian Vivian, our PM.
Hi, AG. Good evening.
How are you?
I'm great, and you?
Well, we're taking it easy, a day at a time.
Greetings from North London.
Fantastic. I'll send you a link to visit some. I'll introduce you to some Rotarians in London so that you can catch up with them.
I was in a Rotary Club on Monday.
Oh, lovely. And how was it?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Oh, I'm happy to hear.
I attended Talendian Gardens. Okay. It was fantastic.
Interesting. So how much are you giving us as SA for the evening?
Well, when I come back, I will not mention it because I'm not going to be paying pounds. I will be paying naira. So when I come back.
Okay, that's fine. So you put on the platform.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
Okay, the account will have a pound account now.
विवेक कन्वर्जन कितना है इनका अभी?
सर अभी तो रेट बहुत फ्लक्चुएट कर रहा है, 1300 पे चला गया था, अभी आज थोड़ा कल से थोड़ा डाउन हो रहा है, आज 1040 से 1000 के बीच में चल रहा था।
1000 पे यानी 10,000 नायरा।
हाँ हाँ।
आपका मेरे को जीपे अकाउंट दे देना, मैं ट्रांसफर करता हूँ, इसको बोलता हूँ।
कितना बोला सर?
10,000
नायरा।
Take 10,000 from my side. Vivek will pay you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Because Vivek has an Indian account, so I will transfer to his account from here.
Thank you very much, brother. Okay, so.
It is George, I will share the receipt with you.
After it already.
That's what, George, I was confirming the conversion rate with him first.
Okay, I understand. And so far we have all of 50,000 as SEA, my president.
Okay, thank you very much, SAA. Do you want to address yourself or you just want to leave it at that? Well, I have my public image here warm up for a toast, a loyal toast to the platform. SAA.
My president.
Do you want to address or you want to go with our search?
I'll call on Delectable Secretary Atinuke and Rotary Chinwe to address me.
They are not seeing you. They like to see what they are undressing.
My president.
Where is Reverend Chin? Has she gone to sleep?
Maybe the network.
I say better get the one that we have, that we are seeing, Rotary and Vivian.
Rotary and Vivian have promised to do something silently.
Okay.
That she will post it on the platform.
Where is Rotary and Edmund? Rotary and Ronke?
Maybe the network.
Maybe the network. Okay, so my age, let me just, you can just wind down. Let me have Rotary and, let's see now. I was looking for Rotary and Andrew. I think he's left, eh?
Andrew just left. He has sent a message that he had to go.
Okay, had to left. Okay. So let me just have Rotary and Vivek just give us a loyal toast.
Yeah, my president, the loyal toast to be Rotarian all over the world, Rotary International, Rotary Club of Abuja Municipal, Rotary District 9125, visiting Rotarians, and for Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is the toast for Rotary International.
Rotary International.
Rotary International, Rotarians the world over.
Okay, thank you, Rotary and Vijay. Rotary and my public image chair.
Yes, sir.
Can you give a toast to Nigeria?
He just did. He did all the toasts.
Okay, I thought something was missing.
No. He did all the toasts. He took the loyal toast.
Okay, so can we take the pledge now? Can we all right? So at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest,
yes,
to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend her unity, and uphold her honor and glory. So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you so much. This meeting is hereby adjourned.